afternoon, I'm Daniel Miller and this is Destiny 2 Beyond Light. A warm welcome to all of our friends, fans, community members, participants, squad mates and viewers worldwide. Thank you for joining us yet again for another stream of Destiny here on our channel. We are back to the Destiny world with our community in anticipation of cross-platform access. In fact, I've read several articles during the last couple of days indicating that the access to cross-platform, cross-play is simply around the corner, that Bungie are indeed working on it already, and we are likely to be getting within the first quarter of this year. So really good news for all of us who have been asking for this already for several years. And you know, for anyone who's been entering the world of Warzone, Apex, PUBG, all the other cross-platform games, at the moment you are going to be able to confirm that the community that is present there is much superior to the ones which are settled on their own platform. And Destiny is, I'm trying to think, there are some other games which are as good, but Destiny certainly was the leader of that community-based content type of gaming when it came out in 2013, and we've been enjoying it ever since. What I'm trying to say is that there are lots of people out there who are playing Destiny 1, for instance, on separate platforms, and so I've streamed the original game here quite a lot. I've had so many requests coming in from particularly Xbox, where people were trying to find new squad mates and participants, and they weren't able to. So they were coming to our channel asking for some help, and indeed we were able to get them some new friends who were coming in from around the world in order to provide or lend a helping hand. And I think with cross-platform in Destiny we are going to be able to do that with ease, which means altogether we are not going to be just bear with me a second. What I said was that with crossplay we are going to be able to bring everybody in from everywhere, and therefore our community is going to be thriving and growing, and that's exactly what we are looking forward to immensely in order to join hands and provide some exciting adventures here in our Destiny universe. We are in fact exploring at the moment the integrated world of Destiny 1 and 2. For the first time I'm doing a hunt and building my character here in the sequel and experiencing the new shape and form of our story. So it's been a very unpredictable, curious, exciting type of experience, because on one hand I've gone into the world of Cosmodrome, which is more than familiar to all of us if we played the original game. But the actual environment is enhanced, so it looks a lot more immersive, better and exciting than what we've seen in the original. Obviously it is already adapted to the next-gen consoles, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, that is, with 4K graphics and everything else, very, very fast frame rate. In addition to this, we are getting some new characters. Most notably, we introduced to Shohan, a character who's not been present in the first game, and he becomes our in-game tutor and a guide. He is also a link to our story. So initially I thought from the missions we completed so far everything worked really well, but the confusion for me started as we were coming back to the tower, because you'd expect us to be going back to the old tower, but in fact that's not the case, and we've gone back to the usual tower of Destiny 2. And also we got introduced to people like Hunter, not Hunter, but Is it old age? Is it hot air? What is it? All the characters that were present in the second game, Destiny 2, are being introduced to us quite early in the reworked part of the story, otherwise applicable to Destiny 1, and I personally find that somewhat confusing. Drifter is one of those. As you know, Drifter was providing us with Gambit matches, and all that was Gambit related, together with bounties and various other quests and tasks, and therefore we are introduced to him quite early. So I'm quite curious to see how the new selection of characters and the overall new environment will work within the original story. It's likely that the story will be tailored to the new concept of Destiny universe, right? Because presently we can't be doing Red War campaign because it's been extracted. The planets, 4 planets, have gone, and I'm quite glad that some of the activity there has gone. Although we talked a couple of days ago here on my channel about Escalation Protocol, and with the departure of Mars, Escalation Protocol is gone. But make no mistake, Mars and everything on it will come back. Anna Bray is very deeply embedded within the story of Destiny, because we know that her sister is the Exostranger. If indeed we played Beyond Light, be more than familiar with the story and everything else attached to it, and therefore we are going to be just simply waiting for them all to be reappearing at some point in the future. And I think I also received some very early cutscenes related to Beyond Light and the departure of those planets. Bit confusing. I didn't know as to why they popped up, because I was still doing the first section of Destiny 1 story. But as I said, it does feel like a game in progress. It does feel like the story reworkings are still taking place, and they probably will be stretching over the next 3 years. Once the Bungie team, gets back to the studios, they are going to be able to reintegrate some of their workforce within, the usual facility where they work on programming and maintenance, and therefore hopefully we'll get a lot more content that is going to be RPG based. It does work already much better as an RPG game from the beginning if you're doing a new character. And the only other thing that I found confusing was leveling up. Getting the power levels so easily so early seemed a bit strange, but to be fair, if you progress to about 1100, 1150, 1200 or so, you are then getting the loot which is giving you minor increments. So you are initially being uplifted, but then later, very quickly, you are being reduced to very, very small increments as you carry on. And that itself is, again, unusual. And, if we look at Destiny 2 overall, or Destiny Project, this is quite a revolutionary game in terms of what we've been doing prior to it, and indeed ever since. And I think the project that they're trying to complete, or indeed work on, is overly ambitious, and it is novel, it's innovative, it's very complex, requiring a lot of space and effort. There's a massive workforce applied to it, and therefore we have to be patient, because for the first time, in fact, I can't think of any other game, we are working, or we are entering the world of a game that is still indeed being made. It's being reworked, right? But we are constantly getting new content, we're having reworkings of the story. So, particularly at the moment, considering Beyond Light and all it brought to Destiny universe, a new planet which is massive, much bigger than any other, lots of activities, lots of underground caves, and plenty of characters. So, Destiny's providing us with something for everyone. At the same time, the team is working on the story, trying to rework the game at the same time as we are indeed entering the Destiny universe and entertaining all its niceties. So that's very complex, and therefore I think the community has to be a lot more tolerant, a lot more patient, and a lot more understanding compared to what we've seen in recent months. Even some of our veterans here were quite impatient, and to be fair, I think if you are considering what happened last week, we've gone through the period of unannounced maintenance on Tuesday, received another major update, and this update reworked some of the sections of the game. We wanted to play strikes and PvP a day later, and quite frankly, nothing worked. the PvP was badly affected by problems with server connectivity. So some people accessing it much faster than us. Our team was being eliminated so easily, it was just beyond ludicrous. And 2 people in my team on super fast fiber, so you could tell straight away something was not quite. And then the other thing, we went on to do some strikes because one of our community members, Spurs, wanted to level up. He also started out a new character. And we simply, first of all, could not complete any of the strikes. They were crashing. We've been booted out halfway through. Then secondly, one of the strikes initially turned out to be a nightfall strike within the usual vanguard. It was unbelievably difficult. So the 2 of us obviously could not finish it. There was another person joining us as well, so we were 3-piece, and we were just being killed all the time. So on the tech front, didn't perform at all, and I reported it to Bungie, and I said I thought I really had to investigate the server access and everything else. They said that, obviously looking into this, and I'm sure they spend a bit of time on resolving the issues, but my point overall is this game is still evolving, and we have a lot to do, and it's amazing, also it's mind-boggling that it still kind of holds together at the same time as it is being reworked. And, I think for myself, the thing about the tower was a bit confusing. I've heard some rumors around Christmas time that people had spotted scaffolding, a lot of works being done on the outside of the tower, so they thought the tower was going to be repaired and brought back to its old glory. But that was just a rumor, People kind of spot certain details, and they are spreading all kinds of unfounded inventions and stories on the internet, which in fact turn out to be not confirmed by the developer. We've seen that particularly with The Last of Us, where the first 2 weeks were labeled like disastrous in terms of customer reviews, which were popping up on Metacritic, and I think it's just completely ridiculous. The game obviously won all awards, sold perfectly well, one of the best selling games on PlayStation of all times, and indeed the overall reception was phenomenally good. Yet the first 2 weeks were based on rumors, and therefore there was so much dissatisfaction. It's mind-boggling. I think always in a competitive, open, free market, you will get some dark forces trying to ruin somebody's success, and I'm absolutely 100% against that sort of malignant type of activity. We need to introduce regulators and some bodies that will investigate it, because as you know, on the internet the rumors are rife, and the rumors are very important for the investment world, right? Because when you're investing, if you want to make some gains on your investment, you cannot always invest as you've heard the facts, right? So for instance, when you're anticipating the news on the economy, what's the employment going to be like, what is let's say the industry going to be like in terms of its performance, you will be waiting for the rumors few weeks, few days prior to the release of the news. You will buy your particular currency, your equity, whatever you want to invest into, or section of the industry or company. You buy the shares of a company, and you'll be waiting for the news to be released. So for instance, if the rumors turn out to be right or close to what's been anticipated, and you have it confirmed with the news release, your value will exponentially grow. You will make a lot of money, or depending on the degree of your investment, you will be having gains. And that is just the way to do it, So for the video gaming industry, the rumors floating are creating a buzz and a lot of interest for a particular game, a developer, or an entity out there. And therefore, the investors will be quite keen, because they'll be reading through the news thinking, well, hashtag Bungie, hashtag Bethesda. What's creating the greatest amount of excitement? What are people anticipating? What will be bought and sold at the greatest quantity once a particular product is out? So that's the reason for it. But there's got to be some degree of ethics applied. The rumors could be good-natured, or they could be malignant. You're inventing a plot, you're inventing a selection of ideas which are completely unapplicable, do not belong to that entity. Like, for instance, in the case of The Last of Us 2, they invented one part of the story which was never going to be there. And therefore, people had a very frosty response in anticipation that what they've heard was real, and the developer did not confirm it. On the other hand, the developer should have, Naughty Dog that is, stood in a box and publicly, basically confirmed that this is just rumors, that it's nonsense, this is not going to be happening. But they wanted to keep people in suspense, thinking that the story, which will appear to be, with some degree of discrepancy compared to what they anticipated, the community members and the ones creating the rumors, will be equally attractive, but it backfired. So it's a it's a funny old world there, and also it is a very, very difficult terrain. It's like walking on eggshells, because they need to take a decision and consider whether dispelling the rumors is going to have a positive or rather negative effect. And I leave that to the developers. I just think that overall, just like we've seen in a wider community, we really need to brace up for some serious changes to take place to the way we live, the way we operate, because a lot of things have been happening, certainly in the last 5 to 10 years, have been very unethical. And we've seen a major increase on behaviors which previously we considered to be completely unacceptable. And that's just seen as second normal, as the new normal. And that's reflected everywhere in our society. And I think really, as humans and as active community members, irrespective of where we live, we really need to consider very seriously what consequences there may be for certain actions. And we've seen that the abuse of social networking and the abuse of news networks or news reporting can bring catastrophic consequences to the most developed countries on this earth. And I think everyone needs to wake up, is basically my message. Anyway, getting back to Destiny, I have come across several articles indicating that crossplay is indeed around the corner. So I'm very, very excited to wait and see. And definitely want to see our community coming into one big pool of resources. And therefore, we are all going to be able to play the game accordingly. I can see that Sikapupu's here. Hello, Sikapupu. How are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. We were sort of wondering what happened yesterday, as I really wanted to bring in Spurs and yourself to crack on with more of the Destiny gameplay. But I think both yourself and Spurs were taken up by other responsibilities and other activities, therefore you were not able to join. And I did go through that selection of tasks, like for instance, just like you said, I was getting introduced to the characters for the first time on the Hunter. And I find it confusing, because we are getting Drifter, and who else? There was somebody else. So like 2 characters that otherwise were not to be in Destiny 1 at that very, very initial stage, and they were already introduced. So, it's a bit of a, how to put it, a deja vu experience with a twist, right? Revisiting what we know and then being introduced to some of the new characters that we were not expecting to be there. And so I've gone through it, and the last thing I've done yesterday, I was given the power to access patrols. So I think this is what we'll try today. We'll just follow the campaign missions and do everything. And I asked Spurs to come in, and he is unfortunately, like yesterday, tied up the whole day, and I'm not sure what the activities are, but he said he probably will not be able to join in today at all, and said he will pop in tomorrow, or when he will have indeed a free afternoon, he'll join us and we'll carry on in order to also level up his characters. So I think that's about all that I need to say as far as Destiny 2 news are concerned. Trying to think, the other big news is that irrespective of very, very bad publicity for Cyberpunk and all the negativity that's been spread out for a number of weeks, we're talking about 5 weeks so far since the game was released, we realized and recognized and were told that Cyberpunk indeed is the best-selling digital game of all times. It had sold 10.5 million copies already through the digital online stores, and so you could see that the overall negativity doesn't necessarily have to have major impact on the sales. It doesn't have to have impact on dedicated gamers, or indeed people who have been following the studio CD Projekt Red from the beginning to the Witcher trilogy. And there was something else I've heard today about the trilogy. Oh yeah, I've heard also, I'm not sure whether this has been confirmed by CD Projekt Red, that they're considering a prequel to the Witcher trilogy. Well, that's very interesting, and certainly I need to stress this needs to be confirmed by the developer, but there have been some rumors floating today about it. And also we've heard that they have considered the new map that will be popping up in Dragon Age, and there were some screenshots and concept art released. I've come across them today, so I'm very, very excited, particularly the fact that I've not played Dragon Age now for a few years, and I'm reworking my adventures in Skyrim at present, and you know, Dragon Age very, very similar in many ways, yet very different, and really look forward to, first of all, maybe remastered versions of the original games, and you'll know that I'm very sort of highly anticipating the release of Mass Effect Remaster. It is going to be the Ultimate Edition, or the Ultimate Collection, will come out in March of this year, so can't wait for that, and I'll buy it on the first day, and indeed play it here on my channel as soon as it's out. And like I said, some really good news as far as Dragon Age is concerned, coming out of BioWare, and we wish them all the very best, and we want to see and hear a lot more. And we've heard and seen during the Game Awards ceremony that they're also working on the new installment of Mass Effect. So that's not related to Andromeda, but simply this is going to be another trilogy by the sounds of it, and we've seen some characters from the original selection of episodes popping up in the trailer. I should say teaser rather than trailer, but still worth checking. Everyone needs to check out the trailers on everybody needs to have a look at the trailers for Resident Evil Village, released last week, Hitman 3, again released last week. The trailer, the game was released together on the same day as those trailers, and also, what's the third one? Stalker 2. So these are my kind of top threes, really, and very excited about each one of those. Resident Evil Village looked very, very different and very atmospheric compared to the rest, and if you are already a proud owner of PlayStation 5, you can indeed access the demo, which is the VIP demo for everyone on the new console. And I need to stress that the demo you play is not going to be included in the game. So it's like an add-on, extra content, a bit like a teaser, a bit like a guide to what is to follow once the game is released. It looked very good, and also you can access their presentation, which I believe was delivered, I think, on Thursday or Friday of last week, and you have some people who are on the team that worked on Resident Evil Village who are telling you all about it and recommending basically different sections of the game, telling you how to play and everything else. So very, very exciting, and indeed most highly recommended. Go to our YouTube PlayStation channel, and you'll be able to access it there. It's right at the top, the first big thing introduced and offered. And the last bit of news is on Medium. Medium is another very exciting supernatural stroke horror stroke survival stroke RPG game coming out the day after tomorrow, and we are going to be getting it on Xbox Game Pass for free. But it is the first exclusive for the next gen console, right? So you are going to be able to play it on Xbox Series X and S, and I'm wondering whether we are going to be able to access it through Xbox Game Pass if we are on the old gen console, right? I have Xbox One, and I'm wondering whether the game will work on it. Well, remains to be seen. I tried to find out through Xbox forums online. Not a single word on it. They all talk about the exclusive, and I think if you were to purchase it, and if you were still on Xbox One, then your purchase will be declined, because the system will detect that you're not on the new console, and therefore the game will not work. So let's find out what happens on Thursday. But if you're interested, you have about 60 minutes of gameplay, some developer diaries and introductions on Xbox channel, and that's on YouTube, of course, and definitely have a look, because it does look very interesting. And I watched one of their vidocs today. It's about 6 minutes long. They talked about 5 tips, 5 things which are in the game that people might be interested in, and they included some locations, like for instance the big hotel where the game is taking place, and they also have some introductions on the actors who are present, 2 protagonists, and people who have been involved with some of the major television series. So it's very interesting just to have a look and get a bit more knowledgeable of all that is to follow. So have a look at that. The best way of doing it is simply by hitting your YouTube channel, and you hit your I'm getting lost in my thoughts. You need to go to YouTube and then access those channels, and that is Xbox channel and obviously the one related to PlayStation. Alright, Sekapupu's here. I'll bring Sekapupu in. I think you want to join us, do you not? And let me just have a look. Bring in straight away. Do I see flying pirates in there as well? Not seen him for a long while. Invite you to our party. And then we'll just crack on with our hunter. Nearly pressed that button for our other guardian in there. Reversed at the very last second.
Darkness, our ancient enemy. Foretold by many they came, as the war mind warned us they would. They were confronted with fire, and when that failed, met with intrigue among the bones of Io's last monument to the light. It promised us power, and for it, a price was paid. A lull holds the system, though it is not emptiness that gives us pause. Yet not all is lost. Stand, Guardian. Brandish your light and join the hunt.
Well, we've not seen this cutscene before, so looking very good and bright. Hello, Sekapupu. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us. Can you hear me? Good, good. I was just saying, you probably would have heard me on my stream that Spurs will not be able to join us today. He is tied up with some activities, and therefore we'll do it by ourselves, or maybe with another community member. And we'll be just going down the route of campaigns. It is a bit confusing, don't you think? Obviously, you've done the run on the new story missions, the way they're kind of reworked. And on one hand, we enter the old story missions from the original game, you know, going to the Cosmodrome and doing a few things. And then we are coming across both new characters and new developments. So I'm quite curious to see, did you not find it confusing? No, that's exactly where the confusion is. It isn't really. They're bringing in the content from the first game, which is reworked. Because I'm quite certain that once they introduce all the other chapters of Destiny 1, they'll discontinue with the service for Destiny 1. Because obviously they cost money and everything else, you know. So the idea is to bring everything in. So it's the first step, bringing in Cosmodrome section, obviously the moon they brought in, and they're just kind of reworking the story in order to be more of a linear storytelling type of game, you know? The RPG type of thing. You talk to characters and they talk to you, and you would have seen that they'll introduce some NPCs, a bit like in, I don't know, Oblivion or Skyrim or Anthem, Bioware games, where you walk around, they keep talking, and you can't talk to them, but they're telling you something about the story or other activities. So I think so far so good. I really enjoyed it. But I did find it a bit confusing because I'm thinking in my mind on how this is going to work. You've seen the Omnigul. I've done the Omnigul strike yesterday, but Omnigul's no longer there. The reworked Omnigul is some other character called something else. And yeah, that's right. And the first thing you notice as you enter the early missions is that there are many more enemies in there, and some of the activities are really kind of hot and very hectic, a bit more compared to the first one. So that felt quite good. And also I spotted the enemies had a different AI. So if you were to tackle them, they would see that you're coming from the right, they'll jump to the left. And that's significantly different, right? And I think some of them, the bosses, were harder to kill than in Destiny 1, all considering your power levels and everything else. So definitely it does feel like, you know, work in progress, but so far so good. I enjoyed it. How about you? What's been your experience of the new structure? You liked it? Comparing to the first game, I know it's not really the best thing to say, but your bets are on what side? Which one do you like better? Yeah, I think on myself, I keep saying to everyone, because you know, on the channel, people come in and say, "Oh, I don't really like the sequel." These are two different games, and they provide different things, right? So I think both games have their own excitements and um, areas of enjoyment, and I think the sequel, or what we call now Destiny Universe, it's no longer called the sequel, right? Provides something for everyone, so it's all different. It's a variety of different activities in abundance. Whilst the first game is a bit simpler, smaller, but with some tasks that are much harder to complete unless you have your full team on board. So that's the basic difference. And I still think that the storytelling in here with Shohan works a lot better. I found the information overload on the Ghost in the original game to be a bit overbearing. It's like too difficult to find. You remember us doing a couple of times the narrative. We were doing the missions in a linear fashion, just from the first to last. And I thought when we do this, we'll be like more accustomed to the characters. We know exactly what's happening. That's not the case. And also what I found, if we've done it like that, when you start the first 8 missions, you always start at the same point at the Cosmodrome. You're entering the same area. So if you do them in a linear fashion, they come across as very repetitive. But otherwise, within the game, integrated with everything like strikes and all the other kind of activities, they come across as very, very interesting. You don't get the element of repetition. So definitely a very, very good way of putting the game together. Alright, so we got Trials of Osiris returns, go flawless, available to all players, play Trials every weekend. I'm not doing Trials at the moment, but I guess you are. And do you like them? Or you're not doing them? But in the past you were. And? Because you need to bring in your squad, right? You can't do them by yourself. There's no random matchmaking. The squad needs to come in and Spurs just said hello to us. Hello Spurs, how are you doing? Good to see you. And I think he says that one of his friends is playing on his loadout. Which one? Destiny or Warzone? Sorry, I interrupted you. You were saying about Trials. Because they were really one of the most popular activities in Destiny 1. And lots of people asking for Trials to come back. So eventually when it came back, I think the response was somewhat lukewarm. They were not as excited. Don't know why. Is there any difference at all? Are those Trials exactly the same, the ones you played? I see. What I mean is, when you compare what they offered here in the sequel to the old game, right, to the original, is there any difference at all? Do you see the difference, or is it just exactly the same? Okay, I need to have a look because I've not explored that world. So let's go back to we'll go to the tower first. See whether we need to do any admin. Do you need to do any admin at all? I need to pick up some bounties, I think. You maxed out on the power level, 1266. Is that the tops, or is it 1300? Are you already 66? $1,260. So Hang on there. I thought I've seen there 66. Or was that me? Was I looking at the wrong thing? I've got it. So you're not just maxed out, but you have 6 points extra. That's pretty good. You're like a super guardian in there then, right? You destroy everyone. Still was a bit difficult to complete a dungeon. You struggled a bit. Yeah, bounties, I think. Let me see, what bounty should I pick up?
Eververse isn't just...
Are you? Yeah, you have all 3 characters in Destiny 2 with me. Building my second character. Alright, he wants to do the quest in here. Shall we do this? The bank job. Oh, I completed it already. So, let's see. What am I getting? New step was given. Acquire vault keys by defeating combatants with kinetic. Okay, we'll have a look at that in a minute. Looks like we can do this anywhere. Yep. What I do need to get is some of those Zavala bounties. You're playing on PlayStation, right? Do you see any difference between the PS and PC performance of the latest update? Or is it exactly the same? Like the frame rate, the speed and everything? Oh, you haven't? Yeah. I'm just curious, because I've had some messages yesterday indicating, I've seen also, people sent me screenshots of the game performance on PC compared to Xbox One X, and I really couldn't tell, I couldn't tell much difference, and so I was just wondering what the major difference would be there with the game performance, and it must be to do with frame rate more than anything else, because Series X graphics are really absolutely fantastic. They're out of this world. But on the other hand, if you build a computer that is worth £10,000, top-notch gaming rigs, it is likely that there will be some sort of major difference. But I'm not sure whether this is visible to the naked eye, because I find the graphics as they are already to be very, very good. I find 4K, if it's too bright and too great resolution to detail, to be affecting my brain. Not immediately, but if you play the game for a few hours. And also it depends on colors. I played Paladins earlier today, and it's a very pacey. Have you played it? It's very pacey PvP, very similar to what we have here in the Crucible. Death matches, control points, that sort of thing. And the in-game mechanics are very similar. And because of the bright colors, you get affected quite quickly. It's like flashing lights and all sorts. Do you get that at all, or you're not sensitive to it? Yeah. Yeah, it's very similar to the Crucible, wouldn't you say? It's the same sort of thing. Control points, elimination, death matches, that sort of thing. Very, very tight, very short, very, very small maps. Now, just thinking about the way people get affected by bright colors and flashing lights and that sort of thing. Does that affect you at all? Do you find yourself, if you played it for a while, that you're like wide awake? Yeah, it is, isn't it? I get all twitchy if I don't have my major lights on. So I usually like playing in an atmospheric environment. But if I realize if I play PvP or the games like this one with bright colors, I switch on my main lights, which are very bright, so it doesn't have the same effect. Do you know what I mean? Because eye picks up the flashing lights that come out of my TV set, and they vary depending on how the game is made. And people don't realize it's not visible because it's happening within, you know, a small portion of a second, but it does have an effect. And I did sort of test a few games, and I can tell you, some of the games like Warzone, they have absolutely no effect on me because the way the game works, its frame rate and the graphics and everything else. But the games like Apex or what was the other one, Hyperspace, they absolutely do because they have lots of bright colors, low frame rate, and I guess there must be more of that flashing in there. Alright, so let's just crack on. What shall we do, in fact? Just a second, it said mission completed. Spark of Hope, mission completed, so I need to speak to somebody by the looks of it. Just what we did not do. Complete the mission, risk reward in the Cosmodrome. Okay, that's not been completed, it's me just... Oh yeah, you need to do it as well, yeah? Okay. Excellent. Just want to say that please, when you get there, let's not race. We need to do it together so anybody watching on the playback as well can see the overall activity. Extremely important. Because if one person races towards the target, then you know, others cannot see it. And that applies to any kind of activity. Very, very important, because I did have some messages coming in previously when we were doing some of the broadcasts, and you know, people watched it on YouTube, and they said, we didn't see what happened. And I said, well, you know, we always try to really slow down so that everybody is doing the same, but with randomly selected players, like with strikes, for instance, I have no control over this, and anyone who is on my team needs to know that right from the beginning. Alright, so we'll do this. It's Cosmodrome, I think, isn't it? You will love the new game that's going to come out, Stalker 2. Have you played Stalker 1? Well, I most highly recommend it to you. You can buy it for very little on Steam. It's a PC game, and you will love it. And Stalker 2 will be obviously much bigger, much greater. It's an open world survival stroke, horror stroke, sci-fi game similar to Fallout. After a nuclear strike, you know, there's like radiation and everything, and you're battling all the kind of weird enemies in there. But it does have a bit of a problem with inventory, because if you are collecting certain items which are fairly heavy, then you know you can be reasonably remote, and therefore, like with the gas in Warzone, you get killed by radiation. So it's very tricky, and I love the game, so I highly recommend it to you. I'll send you, actually, if you go to our Discord, I posted that new trailer, so you'll get, it's just a teaser. But the best thing to do is probably to hit it up on YouTube. Stalker 1, it's called Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl, right? And you get some clips, gameplay, and you know, you'll be able to see what the game's like. But I really highly recommend it to you. Really good. I'm sure you're going to be very, very keen. Do you buy games on Steam or Epic? Yeah. You can subscribe to Epic on no charge, and then every month they'll give you some free games. And some of the free games are really good. Like they've given Battlefront 2 last month, and I've just seen today the game was then elevating, you know, the community base by about 12 million people, which is like incredible. And that was happening at Christmas, and that's like 12.9 new gamers just because of that. Right, so we have risk reward quest, Cosmodrome. Search the Cosmodrome for a secret stash, find it to claim your reward. Right, so let's do this. You know where it is, so just follow you. Yeah. Yesterday we played Warzone. Spurs, Baffos, myself, and someone else, and it wasn't Carter. I can't remember who it was. Crown was there, yeah. And it was our first game of the day. We came second. And it was so close. We nearly won it. And we had so many of these games recently, you know. So annoying. It was a tiny little circle. Spurs, it was Hungry Shooter. No, it was Crown. For the first game, you know, when we came second, it was Crown. He was there just for one game yesterday. It was our first game. Bafos, you, Crown, and myself. Hungry joined us later for the last one.
Glad to see that superconductor is being put to use. I'll leave you to it, but you get in over your head? Call me. I still owe you a rescue or two. Shaw, over and out.
Either way,
We're
I'll
hunting
follow you.
dust captains. Kill the mechanics to draw them out.
Let's see, where do we need to go? That's all. We need to find us captains. Oh, there's a walker in there as well. No. 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 Just a second. I want to destroy that walker first. Take a screenshot of this. I lost you for a moment, hang on. Oh, these doors. Okay. Sorry, I just give us a second. I'm just reading Spurs' messages. Spurs says that he also remembered that it would have been yesterday Crown, and no, it's no big deal. I remember that Hungary joined us later in the session, and we came second right at the beginning. It was just quite surprising that we had our first match, like a first warm-up, and we did so well, which is like really rare. On the other hand, it was annoying that we were not able to win it yet again. You can have a look, Spurs, on our Discord. I posted a few articles that came in overnight, and they're all to do with cheating. Some of the esports pros have been, providing us with their thoughts on what's happening in there. Zagalupu, is the sound too loud here? Because I've increased the sound a bit. Now I'm wondering about the sound for people who are watching, whether it's too loud. In-game sound. Just a second, I need to switch this off then. It's too loud. SFX volume, put 4, put on 5. See now, probably better. Did you say that my chat is not loud enough? Yeah, I tweaked it a bit because previously it was too loud. But you can hear me. You can hear actually what I'm saying, can you? Because on the settings they introduced also voice chat. So it's worth checking out whether your voice chat is adjusted, you know? So you can hear everyone saying. This is to do with crossplay. They've not introduced it yet, but okay, where's the last captain? Where's he gonna pop up? Let's do him. Can't see where you are there. Oh yeah. Found you. Is he upstairs or where is he? Yeah, I didn't see where he was. Was he upstairs?
We've got what we need. Let's move.
Yeah, I was down below, that's true. Find the locked gate. Okay, so Kapupa, where are you? You need to lead me to the locked gate because I can't see it. Don't race because I need to see where it is. Okay. Didn't see where you went. Didn't see where you went. Let's come back. I do not see you. Okay. Just wait for me there, please. Again, I can't see you. Okay, I can see you now. Just give us a second, I need to get there. Yeah, I'm here. Let's go. We're going in, yeah? Okay, you lead the way, I'll follow you. Because for some reason the character appears to be much faster than me, and probably to do with that internet speed. Because I spotted this also when watching Warzone. You know, people going super fast. When I watch them, you know, like we sort of watch other guys after we lost the match, yeah? They all seem to be massively accelerated, like watching slapstick.
Banshee's notes mentioned a locked door near the gap.
That worked. I don't like these solar grenades too much, really. But I've got to say that the graphics here are, you know, much superior to what we had before. You probably can see that on your setup as well.
The only other note is chasm. Have fun. If we're hunting for one of Cade's stashes, those 3 words are a threat, followed by sarcasm. Watch your angles. The fall will probably kill you.
Yes, it did. I was using triple jump and I miscued, I think. Alright, so hold on a minute. Just wait there. I don't see well enough where I am. Where do I need to jump to? The top platform or below? Just give us a minute. I need to adjust my brightness because it's very dark. I can't see anything. Adjust brightness. It's already on 5. Yeah, it's 4K graphics. That's what it is. Yeah, I managed to get there. Yeah. I didn't see that the end of that bottom, you know, the lower platform. That was the trouble. Okay, so we go down here, right? Well, where are we going? Up. Hang on, I need to. Hang on, wait! Don't do that. No, my jumps are not really powerful enough. You know? See this? It's like not jumping high enough. Okay, I was able to get this, but just about. I'm not... Did it... Yeah, I've got triple jump. I'm not jumping high enough. No. Look at this. Watch. Yeah, look at this. 1. See that? That was 2. Spectating, yeah. Okay, you're dropping. You're dropping and you're jumping then, right? I got it. Yeah, okay. Just about. This reminds me of some of those jumps in Destiny 1. It's really infuriating. You remember that platform? I died like 300 times. Never forget, it was the worst ever. So where do we go from here? Okay. That wasn't too bad. Okay. Oh, that's quite far. You jump on a pipe? No, I know that. Did you jump on a pipe first? Or you went direct? Yeah, it just looks very far on mine for some reason. Why? Okay, next. Stasis blocked me and killed me. Where did this stasis come from? Did you use it? Well, I know, Kosha.
Cade would have liked you.
Just
You have his
hang on, where'd you go now? I didn't see.
You're not afraid to take risks. Careful now.
I didn't see you. Yeah. Oh, up there. Okay, on that platform. I thought you went up. For some reason, hang on. Yeah, that's very similar to what we had in Destiny 1, isn't it? Yeah, goodbye. I'm in hell. Yeah, okay, so hold on. Where did you go? Right, I didn't see where you went. Oh, you fell? Okay, I'll wait for you here. No. Yeah, but it does matter, really, because I don't know where to go. So, you need to show the way, then. Yeah, but this is why I got you here. You're the guide, which makes it easy for everyone. Well, that's true, but I prefer to see where you're going, so I can just follow suit. Okay. It's very dark on my setup. I don't see it properly. I need to hang on. I need to increase my brightness because I don't see where the platform is. This is why I'm dropping like this. Hang on. I'll just temporarily adjust brightness. Put it on 7.
Guardian, down.
Still too dark. Yeah, I don't see that one though. So what's next now? Where do I go from
The
here?
math says even those closest to Cade will never find all of his stashes.
I don't see it.
The rumors of his misadventures don't even scratch the surface of the trouble he got up
Where
to.
is it? Where is that platform? I don't see it in my setup. It's all
Your
pitch
legend's
black.
just
Can't
getting
see a
started,
thing.
Guardian. Maybe someday it'll be your adventures
go and jump
that
there.
inspire a new generation of heroes and explorers.
We need to go up. Or is the platform below you? No. Huh? Stone piece. Okay. Right, I do see this platform. I don't see the other one. Don't go anywhere. Just be where you are. Yeah, I didn't see this one. You see, that's... And it was so dark. And I put it like on 7. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay, finally got there. More platforms. So where do I jump from here? This is maddening. Yeah, I do, yeah. Strafed it! Hang on. No, don't do that because I fall off. Do you know what happened? I hit the thing on top. Yeah, that's right. This thing that's up there. No, I didn't. So I was. No, this thing there. Look, where is it? There. That metal bar. Strafed it again. Thank you. Yeah, but don't do this. That's... Look. I'm not going to be able to jump if you do this. I'm going to bounce off this.
Guardian, down.
Whether it serves you well. Look how humane I am. You bounced me off and I even revived you. Hang on a minute. Are we nearly there? Or are you just doing pranks? Because you might be just jumping all the platforms that are not necessary. It's just for me to die a million times. Do we need to do that? Are we going the right way?
Guardian, down.
Yes, what? You're doing the pranks? It's the right way. Okay. I revived you, now you're not there. Oh yeah, there you are. It's this platform again. That looks very dodgy. No, I missed it. Straight to. It is, isn't it? I can't see a thing. Do you know as to why? Do you know why it's so dark? I maxed it out on the brightness. It's the new 4K graphics, because on our setups, unless we are on PlayStation 5, we can't really be tweaking any more of that. You know, we can't do fine tuning. Okay, so I need to race, don't I? To run and then 1, 2. Didn't grab. I did. You see this? I'm just hitting the edge. I did. I did. Oh, hang on a minute. It's 1, 2, 3. It didn't. Hang on. There's something wrong with these jumps. I need to see now what's going on. Maybe it's gone back to double jumps rather than triple jumps. Maybe I'm doing the wrong, jumping on the wrong ledge there. That's probably what it is. Missed it again. No, no, I missed it. Hit the edge and just went. Come on, you go first. Did you push me? Because that was like really close. I was really on the edge. There, finally.
We're almost there. Keep climbing.
Okay, where next?
Guardian down.
It's up, isn't it? Oh no, we need to go to that platform there. I thought it was the one up. Was it? It is, isn't it? I jumped on a pipe, and now I can't go. Why? Should be able to. That's a bit silly. That's very similar to what we had in Destiny 1. I remember doing it. You know that platform in Destiny 1, the first big one. You see in here, I was able to grapple. But on that other platform, I couldn't do that. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, grappled as well. Yeah. And here I grappled as well. It's a glitch then, because I should have grappled on the other ones as well. It didn't happen. Okay, where next?
Banshee was right.
Where next?
His funny chicken-loving friend left us a present.
I do not see. I'm above you. I don't see where. Oh, above you. Okay. Above me, I mean. Directly up. Nope. Didn't work. Well, maybe for you, as you're watching. For me, it's rather unsavory. Okay. Okay. Finally, that's finished. Whew. Spurs, if you're watching, you can see that this is just crazy. That's just gonna take forever. What's this? Risk Runner, my first exotic now. I've picked
Your
up.
arsenal keeps growing, Guardian.
Let me just
Technology
equip
in
that.
your
Just
hands
hold on a
hasn't been
second.
seen in hundreds of years.
I want
Which
to
is to
equip this
say,
weapon.
Watch where you point that thing.
Yep. Did you pick it up as well? Risk Runner. Just give it a second. I want to see whether I need to enable something on it. Not really. Not particularly customizable. So where do we go from here? In the hole? Or not? Okay. And now? Up there.
Light 'em up.
Try the exotic now. But this is new, isn't it? This whole content. This was not present when I was doing my Warlock. I see, it's just been integrated, yeah. Seasonal content that's been brought in. Oh, we're going quick. And that's it. Enhancement core. Risk Runner Catalyst. So that's good, that's an ornament, isn't it? No? Let me see. Risk Runner Catalyst. No. Risk Runner Catalyst upgrades this weapon to Masterwork. It will generate orbs and multi-kills and gain a tracker that displays the number of enemies defeated by using it. You can upgrade to improve its stats and perks. Okay, so we enabled it. What's this? Oh, I see. We need to be upgrading it to Masterwork. Okay, got it. Just change the ornaments, shaders. So why can't I use any shaders in this? That's a bit odd. Critical controls recall, increased stability. Right, wait a minute. Customize quick launch. Okay, we'll keep quick launch. Weapon cosmetics. Cosmetics. Maybe this one. Yeah, looks better, I think. Future occult hacky. So what's happening in there? Look, I've got the exotic Risk Runner, right? Submachine gun. Want to change its appearance, and I'm not getting any shaders. Just like the fall tournament, no shaders. No, I've done this. I was just trying to change its appearance. Yeah, I picked it up, enabled it. I need to now work on the masterworks for the catalyst to be upgraded, right? What I'm trying to tell you is, if I want to change the appearance of this weapon, I don't like the appearance, which is kind of greenish bluish, right? I go to appearance, and it just got weapon cosmetics, and it doesn't have shaders. It's got default ornament, nothing else. I see. No shaders for exotics. Yeah, I got it. I got it. So, let me see. Lonesome sidearm. Night watch. Lonesome. Probably can upgrade. 1200. So that's it. I quite like Lonesome actually. Like its design as well. Looks really menacing. Proper Destiny weapon. And you played Destiny from the beginning, haven't you? From 2013. You haven't? I thought you... Yeah, for some reason I thought... So that would have been 2015. Yeah. I just wondered, because Destiny 1 also changed. Initially didn't have the shape that we've got today with the collection. They had some DLC. And then they had the Taken King changed the format of the game. Alright, so that's all cool. Let's see, what do we do next? Quests. Return to Zavala. Right, so we need to go back. Completed one bounty, one shot, one kill. And then we'll go... Oh, look at this, you've gone up. You had 1267, you had 66. Did you see this? You're now 1267, you're 7 points above the top light level in there. Well, I'm very curious to see what the shape of the game is going to be eventually, because for me, I'm doing... This is like my first run on the new story missions, and it's a very, very different game compared to the way we had it. And I was just inviting my viewers to be comparing what they're watching today with our streams from 2 years back, or 3 years back even, when we did Destiny 2. Significantly different, because a lot of that content was on the planets that disappeared. But they will be brought back, they'll be just reworked. And they really had to be reworked. Would you not agree? Like, Nexus and Aya were really poor quality planets. The backgrounds in there and everything seemed really wishy-washy compared to high qualities of the rest. They must have been using an external company doing it for them at the time, because it wasn't the same standards. You know, it was just completely different. Zavala.
I've been saving up money for an ever-present mission.
Are you ready?
A Spark of Hope. Risk Runner Suitsy Guardian. I plan to add it to the task vaults, but based on your performance, I think the only suitable place for it is in your hands. Weapons like this are the backbone of our arsenal. As you continue your journey, you would be wise to seek out other remarkable assets. Only by combining our light with the most powerful armaments can we hope to succeed against the forces of darkness. Remember that, Guardian. Oh, we picked up this Rogue Hunter emblem. It's not a particularly good one. Bit of a lame reward. A Spark of Hope quest completed. Alright. So what next, sir? Season rank up. Got some seasonal rewards. You're probably getting some of that as well. What did you get? Did you get a new reward from your season? Engram is the one I now managed to get. The next one's going to be upgrade modules. I quite like they introduced many more upgrade modules to the season. That really helps. Because the materials are quite a lengthy grind for some of them, you know. So getting them from Banshee and then coupled with some of these really helps. I think initially the uplift from 1100 upwards is fast, but once you come to 1200, then you just go up by 1 point. It's like really grindy. Yeah, that's the idea, I guess, behind it. So now we need to speak to Shax by the looks of it, right?
How many Cabal did you get today?
Let me see, quest. Oh no, we need to
I have an entire Crucible to
acquire
officiate,
vault
Guardian.
keys by defeating combatants with kinetic and or energy grenade launchers. Rapidly defeat combatants for a higher chance to receive a key. So grenade launchers, right? I need to equip one of them.
Crucible
Wait a minute.
needs me, Guardian. Are you ready to deploy?
I haven't got even a single one. I can pick it up from the vault, can't I?
EDZ needs our help, Guardian. Get out there.
Pick up a grenade launcher. Let me see. Guardian. 1050. 1190. I think I've deleted lots of these. Machine gun. What's your favorite grenade launcher? Rocket launcher. Truth teller. Yeah, because I don't use them much, I don't have that many. Hang on. Swarm of the Raven.
It's Red Legion versus Red Jack. Wish I could be in the fight.
Yeah. So let me see. Behringer's memory, any good?
Fight hard, Guardian. Doesn't help you or your opponents to go easy.
Interference or Behringer's memory. Interference I'll pick up. Let me see whether that is a kinetic weapon, as they were talking about. I think it was kinetic weapons, wasn't it? Yeah, kinetic or energy grenade launchers. Energy grenade launcher. Let's see whether that's the one. It's to be enabled. Well, it's arc. Is that going to be any good?
Fight hard, Guardian. Doesn't help you or your opponents to go easy.
I'll get a team on it.
You sure? Should it not be solar? Well, I'm just looking at, you know, we have the quest.
Red Legion
The quest is a bank job, right? So in order to get the vault keys, we need to use kinetic or energy grenade launchers and defeat the enemies with them. So is the one is interference one of these, or is it not?
If my function is to serve the Vanguard, you're better than to guide Guardians.
I don't think I picked it up yet. No, just give it a second, because we were picking it up. Wait, hang on a minute. Something. I think I'm doing it for. I think the one I'm doing at the moment is linked to Witherhoard, because I picked up this quest from Banshee. So this one is linked to Witherhoard, the bank job. So once I complete, hopefully I get it. But I'm asking again, do you know if that rocket launcher, a grenade launcher, is going to do the job? Is that going to be good enough? Interference.
I don't know who's in charge these days. I guess I am. Stop. I've seen enough. Come back when you're ready.
Or is it a lengthy grind? Yeah, but we'll do everything in here. We want to complete everything. It doesn't really matter whether it's useful or not. You're just, ticking off all the boxes, all that needs to be done. Right, so let's think what we do next. We have other quests, I think.
In war or peace,
Gazing into the abyss,
the life of a Guardian
using void.
is a life of loss.
Right. But I don't
Crucible gets
think
harsher
I
every
have
day.
my.
It has to. I make sure of it.
I admire your work, Guardian.
Just a
You're an
moment.
artist.
Crucible needs
Looking
me,
whether I have
Guardian.
any void
Are you ready
weapons
to
in there.
deploy?
System may be faulty. Suggest diagnostic to check for any compromise in programming.
Hold on a minute. How am I going to be able to do that? Because my Solar is unlocked, right? And Arc
I admire your work.
and Void are still locked. Requires gazing into the abyss quest, right? So I'm looking at the quest,
Talk to me, Guardian.
gazing
Rumor
into the
has it all
abyss,
hell has broken loose.
and it says that I completed 30% of Void. But that must have been because I used one of the Void weapons. I didn't use my subclass because it's still locked. But I must have deleted that weapon because I don't have it anymore.
And he won't be the last.
Because it might have been one of those, poor quality weapons.
Victory
I'm
smells
keeping just
nice,
legendaries and
But the Red Legion's not gone.
so defeat combatants with any strike players to complete a strike bounty. We could do a strike.
The tower didn't deserve the Cabal attack.
You know
Our
what I'm
work
gonna
is
do,
unfinished,
actually.
Guardian. What can I do?
I'll pick up a weapon from the vault instead of just looking for another. And we probably can take something which is powerful, like a machine gun. Yeah, my vault's also filling up. I'm 384 already. I need to do some serious cleaning up in there.
This is not the Crucible.
I can see some doubles. I don't want to do this right now. Let's see. Risk Runner. Eulogy.
Plenty of hostiles left to fight.
Sniper rifle. I need like a machine gun, don't I? Scout rifle. Oh, that's fusion rifle, okay. Find memorial. Oh, this is good, yeah. Temporal claws will pick this up. That will do the job. Okay. So I need to equip it.
The universe is getting dangerous, but it's nothing a few surgical strikes won't fix.
My whole district burned.
Okay, so I've got that one. And let me see, what do we do next? Let's see. I think Shax wants to talk to me, right?
Ah, one of our brightest returns.
Tell me this, Guardian. Lord Shax bellows, his horn helmet towering over you. Did the Cosmodrome sufficiently hoin you? Are you prepared to face all of the darkness can muster? You're a fool if you think so. All blades dull with time. Keeping yours sharp is a matter of diligence and discipline. For that end, I created the Crucible. He gestures at an array of screens streaming video footage of Guardians battling each other. Pit yourself against your fellow light-bearers and we'll see if you have your edge yet. Shax invites you to participate in Crucible matches against other Guardians and to complete the Crucible bounties he offers. So I believe this is going to be the first introduction to anybody who comes into Destiny on the Crucible. So that's the way it is going to be. It was similar in Destiny 1, wasn't it? He also was Control 2, Bounties 1. Okay, I'll pick up on the Bounties and Control. Try to do 2 of these. And then Bounties. Void damage. Crucible matches. Okay, I'll take that one. Using any ability.
This was made for you. Be swift out there, Hunter. Let nothing hold you back.
So, do you fancy going in for a couple of matches of the Crucible? I just want to see whether we have any other tasks, you know.
Ah, it's the other hero of the tower attack.
Well, there is another task. Complete a Gambit match and again, yeah. That's again similar to what we had in Destiny 1. You remember, they were introducing PvP activities similar to this. And it was cutting into the story campaigns. And then Trials returns.
What news from the war front?
Well, that is not going to be popular with people who like campaigns. I can tell you this straight away. Because I don't see... Do you see anything else on the map, Sakapupu? Do you see anything else on the map? On destinations? That would be story-based. I can't see anything. I can just see PvP. It's both Crucible, and then there's Gambit, and there's Trials. And that's it. So that doesn't really
Crucible to officiate, Guardian.
Doesn't feel too good. Because I'm, exploring the new format of the game, and I've been introducing it to the viewers already several times, and it's all about the experience of how this game is being delivered at the moment. So it actually is. It's a very different structure. So that's Control. Control it will be.
That smell when you crack heavy ammo open. Supply.
Mind you, I need to change my weapon. My weapon is not going to work. Ah, I didn't bring it in. It's my fault, isn't it? Should have brought in that Cerberus from another... Would it work? Could I import Cerberus? Yeah. No, it's alright. I think we'll do it as it is. But we don't have hunter-specific weapons in here. So I've got Lonesome, cost of Scout Rifle. What's better, Lonesome or Scout Rifle? I think Lonesome will be better. Risk Runner, Submachine Gun. I'll try that one. Scout rifle. No, the other ones I don't really need. Contra. Matchmaking's taking forever. Didn't used to be as lengthy in the sequel, you know. We were able to crack on fairly fast. Is it still very cold in Finland? Yeah, it's gone up in here as well today. Yesterday was -7, so that was fairly bitter. Had to eat my biryani in that weather. Can you imagine this? That was just, it gets cold so fast when it's, you know, like -7. Ate it at a graveyard. Which would be very popular if I was playing Resident Evil or any of the horror games in here. So, that's really cool, eating at the graveyard.
Control.
Let's see whether we are going to be having the same issues like the other day. You remember? There were speed issues after that maintenance. You don't? Well, you forgot about it. It was a few days ago. We were all getting killed immediately. It was dreadful. Yeah, I got killed fast in here. Salty. That's ridiculous.
Zone B captured. You have advantage.
Where is that sign? Paladins is very similar to this. Capturing zones and doing death matches.
Zone C lost.
Oh, we captured that one already. Oh, well, that's not good.
Zone A captured. You have advantage.
I've not done any PvP in here for a long while, you know? Probably more than a year. Or maybe less. Maybe 8-9 months.
Zone B lost. You captured Zone B. You have zone advantage.
Oh, I did manage to get him. That's good. Yeah, they worked on it. The speed is no longer as
Zone
bad
B
as on,
lost.
was it Wednesday?
You captured Zone C. Zone advantage is yours.
sliding rapidly. Yeah, I can't slide that fast because of my non-fiber. Somebody's using stasis as well. Well, that is very annoying. You know that people hate it in PvP. There's so many complaints launched at Bungie. So why on earth are they introducing this for PvP? Where was he? Behind me. Lady Mania. Well, that's a tricky user ID. You're wondering whether this is somebody, well, hard to really decipher.
Zone C captured. You have zone advantage.
Nah, stand no chance in here. They're so much faster than me. We're just doing this because we need to complete the bounties, and it's part and parcel of our guide to what Destiny looks like under this kind of new format. Long gone. I'm even dying before receiving a shot. Lady Mania is using the stasis subclass.
5 minutes. Could go your way. Could go theirs.
I'm getting killed faster than usual, you know?
Zone B captured. You have advantage.
It's too fast. You're being killed by stasis all the time.
Zone B lost.
So what's annoying?
3 minutes remaining. Zone A captured. You have advantage. Zone C lost. Zone B captured. You have zone advantage. Zone A lost.
I'm dying before seeing any of the enemies. So it must be that they've worked on, you know, super fast speeds or something. It's just really a lot worse compared to where it used to be here.
almost won.
I'm dying before I see the enemy.
You have advantage. Only 1 minute left.
Yeah, I'm just able to kill somebody who's also lagging in there.
Comes for us all.
Alright.
The zones are your life, Guardian. Keep fighting. You'll get it.
We defeated 4. I think on average PSL's defeating like 15 to 18. So there's been definitely something else in here. Complete control matches. Okay, 1 I completed. Bounty, so that's good. Okay, another match. We'll just do 1 more match of control and then we'll go to something else. Because it's part of that quest. Are you also doing it? Oh, you've done it before, probably on your hunter. Quite curious to see what other story missions we'll be getting, because at the moment there are none. They want us to be competing in PvP arena before we get any other campaign missions, I think. I will not be doing my Titan before they release the next expansion. So you can, I'll have on my playback a different story of Destiny 2 on each character. Or different gameplay, I suppose. Curious to see whether they'll release the new expansion in September or November. Is it called The Witch Trials or something like that? Something to do with witch. Have you read it? Yeah, I received mail shots from Bungie indicating, because they've given us the roadmap for 3 years ahead. But you said the dawning season was very busy, but actually there have been a few reports from in the know hubs online indicating that the community members who are regulars, are dropping out. So I'm not sure this is true or not. Because a lot of people think if you have fewer viewers on Twitch that this means that people are not as interested, but that's not giving you an indication how many people are coming into the game every day. It's 2 different things, Streaming is one thing, and gaming and playing a particular game is something completely different, because you have people doing Skyrim in very large numbers, but not many people stream it today. It's a very big difference, I think, for some of our younger viewers to understand.
Zone C captured.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, go away.
Enemy claimed Zone A.
I didn't die. I'm in close range.
Enemy claimed Zone B.
There would need to be a software telling us what the latency is, so we know exactly how badly we are lagging. Yeah, I know, he's chasing me.
Power play. Enemy has
He's
your
getting
throne.
annoyed because I was hitting him from above.
Zone A captured.
Ah, that's just ridiculous. You know, he's behind the wall and hitting my partner and dying. I don't want to play. Generally, I don't want to play the Crucible at all because of my internet connection. Well, I did manage to get one elimination there, so that's not too bad.
Zone C lost.
All considering. So is he. Oh, I did get a new subclass now. Okay, that's good. So Kobayashi Kaiser.
Zone B.
Well,
Zone
that is some user ID. Some gamer tag.
Zone C captured. You have advantage. You captured Zone A. Power play. Keep the pressure on.
Kobayashi Kaiser got me with his super. A master punch, you know.
Zone C lost. Zone A lost.
And now I'm checking my subclass because I was getting pop-ups. I'm still alive and kicking. To your surprise. Using that bow and arrow, are you? I've got the wrong weapon on now. That Kobayashi is rocking. Watch out for that Kobayashi. It's very annoying.
Five minutes remain. A strong
There you go,
start.
forward.
Fight on.
Kobayashi killed me with his sky rifle. I had just like one bullet, I was dead, and then I saw him. They said that we were getting, you know, a fiber
Zone C lost. Zone A captured.
early
You
this year,
have
and
advantage.
so far I've heard nothing. You know, this is not a bad weapon. We have some Rambo in there as well.
Zone B lost.
Don't know what sort of weapon this was. Do you know? The weapon that looked like what, like a blight? Like one of the blights? What sort of weapon's that? It's a blight, I can't remember now. Oh, that's the one. Yeah, I'm still working on it. Yeah, this chap was lagging badly. Well, the other one wasn't. Oh, you got him.
Hold strong, and this battle is yours.
He must be lagging because I was, you know, looked like he was not taking the damage from my end.
Have advantage. Zone A lost. Zone C captured. Zone advantage is yours. Zone B lost.
Melee.
You captured Zone A. Zone advantage is yours. Zone C lost.
Oh, hiding in there. Oh, well.
1 minute. Won't be long now. You're nearly there. Fight on and claim victory.
No, we're nearly there.
Seconds stand between
Well, that's
you
annoying.
and victory.
Finally I had my super and then didn't get anyone with it.
You captured Zone B. Zone advantage is yours.
That should be it. We should have won it now.
10 seconds. Take this. I could not ask for a better victory.
Okay, that's good. So that should be all complete. Kobayashi managed to kill me after the game was already finished.
Nice work.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Return to orbit. Yeah, 34. Yeah. The laggy players went to the other team. One of the laggy players joined our team, I've seen. Double or deal rewards. Boost active until next weekly reset. Enter Nightfall, the Ordeal playlist this week, and claim victory, turn double rewards. Maybe we can try that, what do you reckon? Probably not. Probably not. No, I don't think I can enter it yet with this character. My character's not strong enough to go in, I think. Need to speak to Ikora. Light Reforged. Complete Rumble matches. I don't fancy doing that now. And acquire vault keys by defeating combatants. Okay, maybe we'll do some patrols, you know, to do this. Defeat combatants within any oh no, we'll do some strikes. Defeat combatants within any strike playlist and complete strike bounty. So I think we probably are going to be able to use... Well, I'm full. Yeah, we'll go back and get some. Destinations. Last call. Quest inventory full. You know what? This is a bit strange. In here, it's asking me to do last call campaign, right? And I was doing the missions, was it yesterday or the day before? You know, doing Shohan in Cosmodrome, and he talked about Kate being dead. So it's a bit odd, isn't it? You're doing Guardian Rising first, you hear that Kate's dead, and then you keep doing something with Kate. That doesn't make sense. And in here, last call campaign says quest inventory full. Don't know why. Quest inventory full. Where? My bounties are full, but not the quests. I only have 5 quests, so that's not full. No, it looks to me like a glitch of some sort. Anyway, we'll have a look at it later. Yeah. Vanguard Communications, Trials Returns, Beyond Light. Okay. Well, it does feel a bit... how do I put it? It's unsettling, if you know what I mean. Riding the Storm campaign. Okay, so now we managed to pick up. Now we were given another one. That's campaign. And Quid Pro Quo is campaign. Okay. Well, that doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense, really. Why is a Gambit match part of our campaigns now? Because Gambit's, you know, outside of any form of campaign activity. That's odd. If anybody knows, just drop us an email or send us a tweet. We'll be trying to work it out. I need a short break and a cup of tea. It's 5 o'clock. Look at this. Didn't have my cup of tea, not cup of tea. Do you drink tea? Caffeinated or herb? Yeah, I never drink caffeinated drinks. Yeah, I don't drink caffeinated drinks ever. Any. That's not just tea, but you know, coffees and cokes and anything that has caffeine. I went to our local pub a little while back, and they were offering this kind of very nice desserts, and they were on the house, part and parcel of special offers, and it looked like they were made with hot chocolate and cream and, you know, various other bits, and it turns out that they were mixing it with coffee, and this wasn't declared. And I ate that one Sunday, right, one of those, and basically couldn't sleep for 2 nights. That's terrible. I went to bed and couldn't work out, you know, it's like wide awake. They come 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm still, you know, it was a nightmare. They have a profound effect on me, I'm afraid. Let's watch this. And I'm allergic to seafood. Otherwise, I eat everything else, as you've heard. talk a lot about kind of culinary delicacies and cooking and food. One of our favorite topics here. Because in Britain we are blessed with a lot of international cuisine. We have, literally the gastronomy of any country, from anywhere in the world. And then people are quite familiar with, Thai dishes and Chinese and Indian and Italian and everything else. What did you get? We're being booted. I need to speak to Akora. So I'm going downstairs. Have you played Anthem at all? Do you have it? I just thought if you had Anthem, we could also do some online sessions from time to time. A very good game. It had lots of technical problems, but they resolved the vast majority, and I think anybody who likes Destiny will love Anthem. But it's also somewhat different. It's more of a usual BioWare type of RPG game, NPC characters giving you quests and plenty of story-based missions and that sort of thing. I actually played it for 146 hours on the story alone. Yeah, very enjoyable. And what you would enjoy the best is Cataclysms. So they're similar to raids, very difficult. And the way they work is you kind of walk with your mates to the wild, and you get like a cloud popping up above you, and that's a cataclysm, right? So all of you just jump into the cloud, and you get inside and you start fighting the enemies. And the battle sequence in Anthem are by far the best, better than here. Animation is more natural and just top notch. Oh my god, I still didn't get to Ikora. We'll do a bit more, and then we'll go to I'll be going to Warzone. You can obviously join me if you want to carry on as well. Because our friends will be waiting for us,
This'll work. Anything you need.
Oh really? Searching for clarity. It's been some time since you last spoke. I hope you're well. Though hope, it seems, has little weight in this turbulent time. I find myself trying to resist the urge to theorize or apply motive, though I feel ensnared by the temptation to do so. Ikora expels a deep breath. There's a reason behind all this. Order, clarity, somewhere. Ikora shifts to look at you. Tension pitches her face. Perhaps it is not hope that's needed, but rage. Rage for the lives that were plucked from the sky, for the holes left open and undefended, for the shadows allowed to creep into our home in the pyramid's wake. She looks to the traveller. There is much to answer for. Riding the storm, Arclight is the most wild and chaotic of the traveller's gifts, Ikora says, but its unpredictable nature is a strength, a tool to be used to sow discord in the forces of darkness. She holds out a hand and snaps her fingers, casting a crackle of sparks into the air. You feel a faint hum as the energy washes over you. Guardians of all orders wield this power. Warlock Stormcallers, Titan Strikers, Hunter Arc Striders. Join them and let our enemies feel the charge of your light. So I'm getting the emblem called Strider's Slash. Have you got it? I think change mine to that. There we are. Strider slash equipped.
Good luck.
And that's it. We're not getting anything else from her.
Quickly, friend.
No. Okay, so who else is there?
What have you learned, Guardian?
Sakura. Golf balls. Oh yeah.
Everyone, a moment.
No, I'm going the wrong way. Oh, not really. It's the right way. Did you notice that everything looks a lot darker? Well, it does. Oh. Okay, I'll pick up the quest from Drifter.
A clean floor is a happy floor. A happy floor is a clean floor.
Everything okay, Guardian?
Everything is okay. Yes. Somebody asking that. Everything okay, Guardian? Oh. And there he is.
It's the chosen one. Slay any hive gods lately?
Quid pro quo. I knew you'd be back before too long, audience, with the darkness sandwiched in the middle. Every time you play, I get some cheese and kick some of that back to my friend, you dig? And when I say friend, I mean you. We are in this together, you see? When you win, Drifter wins, and when Drifter wins, you win. Heck of a scheme, if I say so myself. So get out there and give it a spin, will you? Okay, we'll just pick up one bounty, I think.
Don't waste
One
this.
bounty. Alright.
Seeing you, brother.
I picked it up. So if you're ready, we can just get on. You ready? Can you hear me? I don't hear you. Gambit, one off. One match. Yeah, sure, yeah, no problem. I need to invite you back in once you are. Yeah, if you do that. Do we need to go to orbit first? We'll go to orbit first again. Be easier for me to see then. Send you an invite. So when you compare Destiny 2 in between consoles and your PC, where would you say performs the best? PC, PlayStation or Xbox? PC. And that's to do with speed or graphics? It's both, isn't it? Well, I think people doing the Crucible will have a real tough time once they integrate cross-platform. Anyone on a good PC will have massive advantage. Why? Really? Well, I didn't realize. So where's the aim assist then? I see. Now my major problem is maintenance speed. Before that's resolved, PvP is a joke basically. I can't do anything which is competitive. But as I'm a streamer, so run a channel, then I can work together with teams and kind of fit in accordingly. You've seen that with Warzone, I play very stealthy player generally, but that doesn't have to be the case if I have super fast fiber. Then I can do anything. I would adjust tactics immediately. But, can you win a race if, like you are in Formula 1 McLaren, and I'm driving a small Mini Morris? It's not going to work. A lot of people don't realize how the whole thing works, and let's see. So that's Gambit, and what's the other? Well, Gambit used to be very diverse, right? So everything's gone. Reckoning and Gambit Prime. They're probably reworking the whole thing. But I just thought that the new format of Gambit was anecdotal. It was too tiny. Didn't you? It was much better when you had 3 matches. Or you prefer it this way? Why? Because it needs to be best out of 3. Yeah, I prefer that. Well, it gave you a variety, because if you enter the Crucible, it's best out of 1. And Gambit would give you best out of 3, So if people liked a different kind of, different style of PvP, then that was giving you the variety, and at the moment it's just been reduced. Well, I'm curious to see what else they'll add. I certainly think that Destiny has a very, very long shelf life, and its weakness is storytelling. Everything else is fine, but storytelling is not particularly great. For anybody who was a veteran of Bethesda or BioWare games, they'll say, well, Destiny is just literally like an FPS, just fudged up a bit, with a bit of story here and there. And it still feels like this, I've got to admit. I mean, I love it, but if anyone, played Mass Effect and migrated to Destiny, they'll say, hang on, we really can tell the difference. But to be fair, Mass Effect is balancing out the storytelling with fighting sequences, There's a lot of story in there. In here, it is all about fighting and winning. What did you do?
All right, Mavericks. Ready to see what you're fighting today? Cabal on the field. Welcome aboard. If you can get your hands on 2 Cabal shields, they make great shelter out in the wild.
No one's dancing but me. Look at this.
Get ready to drop. Get ready to fight fire with fire. Get those motes.
Yeah, what is it? No, hasn't been unlocked yet. Otherwise I would have used it.
Hostiles inbound at the steps.
Because that Tether and Void are my favorite abilities. No, no, no. No, it's the lag. It's preventing me. You know, like, I have like 15 modes lying on the floor, and I never get any of them. Because other people race through them and I pick them up. No, it's just because I'm 3 seconds late. I'm ahead of them. And it looks like I'm pick. You know what I mean? It looks like. What? Hang on. What did you say? I didn't hear. Yeah, we're all dead.
Got eyes on a high-value target. Track it down. Incoming wave at the drill.
No, I'm just saying that I don't get them
High-value target destroyed.
because of the lag.
Go bleed moat, brother. Whack the blockers. Portals prime. Go make a mess. Portals up. Go look them in the eyes. Hostiles inbound at the steps. Go bleed moats, brother. Whack the blockers.
Got him here.
Your allies invading the other side. Portals up. Your invaders down and out. They're heading back.
Somebody's swimming in there.
You're being invaded. Find them before they find you.
We are being booted out. I'm booted. How can I rejoin? I don't know what's going on in there. I couldn't complete the whole thing. So what did how far did I get? So what do I do now? I need to get into another gambit. How long have you got? Did you get the Primeval up? Okay, I have a short break, and then let me know as soon as you finish, the same second. I need to bring you in, because I really want to wrap this up. I want to crack on with Warzone as well. We'll do just a bit more. It's very annoying, but it's very annoying because it looks like on the tech side of things, the game's not performing. You know, Gambit's crashing, strikes are crashing, speed issues with the Crucible. Really not performing too well, I'm afraid. You finished? Okay. Oh, you're not on my team? Hmm. Sent you an invite. Did you match over? Yeah, did you get my invite? Okay. I'll just wait for you to join then. We'll try another one to wrap it up. Hopefully it will not crash. Yeah, the game crashed. The game crashed completely, and therefore I wasn't able to carry on with Gambit. Yeah, therefore I didn't complete my bounties or didn't complete the quest, thanks to the bug. There you are, you're 1272. Look at this. You're topping it up every single match you play, right? Because when you started, you were what? You were 66. Now you're 72. Oh, I see. But still. But it's capped, isn't it? Well, you have 1272. So that's 12 above. 12 points more than 1260. You're not going to join us for Warzone? Okay. And which I didn't quite understand. You want to do the simulation here? Or in Warzone? Or in Destiny? So what sort of activity is that? And how do you do that? So what do you need to do for that? What do you need to do in order to get it? Yeah.
All right, all right, all right. Let's see what we've got.
I see.
Hive, bring a sword. Let's be bad.
Well, I'm stuck on that boss, I'm
Hive
afraid.
don't
I
scare you,
wasn't
do
able
they?
to eliminate him.
Guess you did kill a god of theirs, or two.
And it's still not cross-platform, so I can't bring in anyone from, you know, the PC or
Transmat Prime.
PlayStation communities.
Drop those targets, take the moats, and bank them.
Let's do this as fast as possible. You know, this weapon has massive recoil. It's so hard to aim.
Hostiles inbound at the beach.
This machine gun I'm using. What is it called? Yeah, it is Risk Runner.
Hey, you're losing moats. Ice the blockers.
Yeah. Well, I keep running over these mods and then I'm not collecting because of the lag. Somebody else, you know, who's behind me gets the move.
Portal's up. Go take them out.
Why is that wizard not gone?
Allies headed to the other side. Hey, you're losing moats. Ice the blockers. Incoming wave at the ruins. Invader on the field. Careful. Your allies down, but they took someone with them. High value target. Burn it down. Take and run popping up on the enemy side. Good. Enemy invader down. Next. High-value target destroyed.
Look at his punches. I gave him like 20 punches and he's still not gone. Well, I didn't. It wasn't me.
Portal's ready. Grab your gun. Hostiles inbound at the beach. Allies headed to the other side.
He doesn't want to cave. I mean, honestly.
Good.
Yeah, but they've really changed the enemies, you know, compared to the way it was. It's more like Gambit Prime with some of the yellow bar enemies at the moment.
Hostiles at the tree. Invader incoming. Small blocker outbound.
Yeah, I see him. He's coming in. What did he use?
Ready. Go say hello.
Wardcliffe coil. It looked like
Enemy invader is down. You
like a
can
rocket
breathe.
launch of some sort.
Your allies invading the other side.
No idea. I meant something else.
Your allies down.
Didn't
but they
verbalize it
took
properly.
3 with us.
It was more like a Scud missile than a hand shoulder-held rocket launcher.
You're nearly there. Fill the bank. Get that primeval up. Incoming wave at the ruins. You summoned a primeval.
Oh, we did, yeah. Well,
Kill
that's
the
good.
envoys, then bring the house down.
Now let's just do away with that primeval.
Your enemy called up a primeval. Finish this before they do. You gained the lead.
God. I was obliterated in there.
Allies invaded.
Terrible.
Envoys eliminated. Focus on the primeval. You're in the lead.
I didn't
Take
raid
down that
anything.
primeval.
Just got killed.
This gambit's yours. You're being invaded. Find them before they find you.
It's taking so little damage from me, you know?
Hey, we can't blame them for trying.
My exotic
Your
weapon
invaders
is
down,
taking no
but they
damage.
scored 3 kills. Dead. That primeval's not long for this world. Burn it down and take this game. Your allies invading the other side. Yes, sir, that's what I call.
Oh, we won. Okay, that's cool. Alright. Should have really completed the bounty and everything.
It's not all about the light anymore. We got options. You're living proof, brother.
You did, yeah. Picked up another mod. And let's see, did we get anything of significance in there? No, that's really... I'm not very keen on this, I've got to say. I completed that quest and the same thing just been upgraded to another lot of activities. Infamy, rank points, and then bounties and all sorts. So you need to be grinding, as it's lacking content, you know. Where are the story missions? Where are the story missions? People... Yeah, I mean, people want to play story missions. People want to play campaign. Well, it isn't really. And it shouldn't be. Because they have reworked the story. No, I know that, but principally, you understand what they're doing with Destiny. They're importing Destiny 1 into the Destiny 2, right? So they're reworking the story altogether. So you have like one big Destiny world, where Destiny 1 will be obsolete, it will be disconnected, right? And you have entire selection of activities in the same universe. But this feels disjointed because we did have quite a good hectic activity, story-rich content, with Shohan, Guardian Rises. And now we've gone to just PvP. I'm not getting anything else which is story-based. And what's really perturbing is that we've heard through Shohan, let's say if I was doing my character for the first time, I've just started out on the game, right? I've not done anything before. I've heard that Cade's been dead, killed by that prince, and that's it. And the next minute, I'm playing a mission where Cade's alive. But that makes no sense. It's just nonsense. Anyway, I think I'll wrap it up, and I'll crack on with Warzone. So, do you want to join us? You said you still want to do some stuff here. Yeah, so just ping us a message through my Twitch stream, or let me know one way or the other, and then I'll bring you in, you know, for Warzone as well. Yeah, so thanks very much for joining us. Really appreciate it as always, and we'll crack on with Destiny tomorrow. We'll have Monday to Thursday more of Destiny, less of Warzone, and Friday to Sunday it's more or less all about Warzone. So that's the current schedule here on the channel. So anyway, have fun, and then we'll see you later. Yeah, see you later. As you've seen, we had quite a few adventures here in our Destiny universe. I'm still struggling with a new concept, I've got to admit, and I'm not that happy with the lack of story-based missions. I thought that with Guardian Rising we'd have a lot more, but at the moment it looks like we completed what appears to be like a prologue to the overall Destiny story, and now we've gone down to the PvP, and there's absence of any other campaign-based activity. So maybe something else would pop up, but I'm not keen on grinding Gambit and Crucible, which basically would be just you know, like part of that usual seasonal content. We need to see what's happening. We need to look it up really on the net to see what other people said who already would have gone to the entire story of Destiny 2, and anyway, we'll find out. So as I said, we are bringing this broadcast to a close, and we'll restart our adventures tomorrow at 3 o'clock PM. So stay with us and come back tomorrow, of course. Grateful for your contributions, and grateful to all who have been sending us messages of support with your comments and views as well. And thank you for supporting both Destiny and this channel. So we are now going to be migrating to our other big game here, and this is Warzone. We'll get our squad together, and then we'll crack on with some battles in Verdansk. So stay with us, we'll be back very, very shortly.